Hello, today I'm going to be pushing all the pixels for the 6 candy canes that are going to be in my Christmas light show. That's 900 pixels. Let's start by getting the props out and ready. Here I am laying out the plastic corrugated props along with my wiring diagram and my pixel pusher that I 3D printed. I start unwinding the pixels since they come in these 2 connected bundles and they get all twisted up if I don't lay them out ahead of time. I then start pushing pixels into the prop with a handle I 3D printed so that my fingers don't get as sore. Since each candy cane takes 150 pixels, I quickly ran out, so I had to go and get more from my garage. I then spend more time unwinding the pixels so that they don't get tangled. Back to pushing pixels. To give you an idea of how long this takes, it takes roughly half an hour on average to finish one candy cane, not counting the time it takes me to unwind the pixels. I ended up taking a time lapse, but I had to quadruple the speed in editing just so I could fit it in the video. Here's a clip of me pushing at normal speed. Yeah, that's slow. Back to time lapse. I do this in the grass, that way the pixels can go all the way through the prop instead of running into the ground. Almost done. Finally! Now I have to put them into storage until I can put them up at Christmas. Candy canes, done. Except they're not. While I was filming this, I actually got a reply to my email asking for sequencing advice from Tom Bet George. Yeah, that guy. He recommended that I have 8 of something so that I can actively represent parts of the show musically. 8 notes is an octave. Since I already had 6 candy canes, what's 2 more? Except shipping. Oh gosh, shipping. While Gilbert Engineering has some of the best Cora props that I've used, I'm not about to pay FedEx twice the price of a prop for shipping. We recently redid our patio cover, so we had some extra material. I figured I'd use that, so we cut out some of it into the shape of the candy canes using one of the completed ones as a guide. After that, we had to drill holes. So many holes. Since each of the candy canes is 150 pixels, that means we would have to drill 300 holes to finish the 2 of them. But I didn't happen to have a 12mm drill bit, so we used a stepper bit that I found. However, that meant that we had to drill them front and back to get the right size hole. Thanks, Papa, I owe you one. After we got all the holes drilled, that meant it was time for the peel. That was nice. After I got the plastic coating off, it was time for paint. I found this old exterior white from when we painted our house and decided to use that for our base. After we painted the base white, I covered up the spots that we wanted to remain white so that we could spray paint the rest of the candy canes red. One quick Home Depot run later and we were on to spray painting. Now to peel the masking tape off. Oh yeah, that looks good. Now to go find 300 more pixels. Ah, here we go. Don't peek, those are for later. Together, my grandpa and I unwound 300 more pixels so we could get back to pixel pushing. Since these weren't as uniform as the other ones, it was a little harder to push the pixels through, but eventually, we got it done. Here's a picture of the final result, and with that, the candy canes are done.